Hello, and welcome everyone to the kickoff for my 30 days to pull-ups challenge. So glad to have you here. If you are on Facebook, um, love to have you join me in Zoom if you have the Zoom link. If not, go ahead and take advantage of the guidelines and directions via Facebook. Okay, so let me introduce myself. My name is Felicia, and I am the owner and founder of She Fire Fitness, the compassionate fitness and nutrition coach helping prime time women move with power and purpose throughout life. I'm just going to quickly check and see if I can see anything on Facebook right now on my phone. Sometimes it takes a minute. Okay, great. I can see it. Okay. All righty. So I see Jill doesn't have the Zoom. Jill, if you look at your email that I sent you, the Zoom link is there. So for anybody that had requested to join the challenge before today, you will have the Zoom link in your email. If not, then I'll get that to you later. Okay. So here is what I want to do today. I want to go over the general guidelines for the challenge and answer any questions that you may have. And if you have some later, just let me know, because my goal is to do this weekly, because every week we're going to change the workouts, if you will. Okay, background. So as some of you may know, I have been kind of in the process of mastering body weight pull-ups for a minute now. And so this summer, I decided to put the stake in the sand and say, this is it. I'm going to get there. I'm going to do this. So I thought, well, why not get my favorite peeps on board with me and we can all do this together. So that is kind of, hey, Jill, come on in. So that's why I've got this 30 days to pull up challenge, because it's something that I personally want to achieve. And it's a great opportunity for you to participate. And whether or not you or I achieve the goal really is about the journey. It's about the process. So we have the goal in mind, but I want us to keep in mind that it's about movement, it's about being fit, it's about being strong. So if you had requested to participate before now, you got the PDF that is the guidelines for the challenge. So I'm going to go through some highlights for that now. And of course, ask any questions that you may have. So the goal, as I mentioned, is for us to move towards that goal, the achieving a pull-up in 30 days. But again, if we don't get there, that's okay, because a part of the goal is the process, is to continue to get stronger, to get fitter, to get more sexy, to have more energy. So that's what we're going to be focused on. Okay, but we need to work it, okay? It's not going to happen unless we work at it. So what I want each of us to do is to start where you are. If you need some movement modifications, then that's fine. The bottom line of pull-up is a total body weight strength movement. And depending on how much body weight you have, it's going to be more or less difficult. So if there's a need for you to shed some fat or pounds, then that's a part of the process, and that's okay. So let's focus on that, because this is going to be, again, we're moving our body weight. So we need to keep that in mind. Okay. So at the end of this 30 days, you're going to be stronger, you're going to be more toned, you're going to have more energy. And again, whether you achieve that first pull-up or not, that's okay. We're going to focus on the journey and the process. Okay, let me go over some general guidelines. So with any exercise or workout program, make sure you have medical clearance to do what you're being asked to do. You need to always listen to your body. If while you're doing the workouts, you feel dizzy, or you feel joint pain, or you feel some kind of weird sensation that's more than just muscles kind of aching, then you need to listen to your body. You need to pull back, maybe stop doing it and just get some advice. Because at the end of the day, you are in your body and you're the boss of you, and you are the best judge of how you should move in this world. So take that seriously. Okay. The other thing I want to point out, every week I will have a different set of movements of exercises. You will need to do these on non-consecutive days because the idea is to really work those muscles to the point of fatigue, not to the point of, total debilitation, but just to fatigue. Because when we fatigue those muscles, they need to regenerate. They're going to repair, and as they repair themselves, they will get stronger, and that's our intent. But we do need, if you start the workout, say today, then you don't want to do it on Thursday. You would wait until Friday or Saturday, because you need to have at least one day to allow those muscles to repair and to restore and get stronger. The other thing is, I want to encourage you to do other movements as well. We're going to be focusing on the upper body and the core and pull movements, okay? However, the general guidelines is that we get 150 minutes of moderate exertion movement per week. So that's a good goal. You can think about your step counts. You can just think about walking your dog or going for a jog or riding your bike or doing housework or, whatever. But we want to get up and moving. So if you're like watching TV, maybe during the commercials, get up and just kind of move around a little bit so that you can be moving in that direction of 150 minutes of moderate exertion activity per week, or that you're achieving that. So that's the general guideline. Also, make sure you are being adequately hydrated, particularly as it's getting hotter and hotter. And I can speak with, firsthand knowledge about that. Our air conditioner went out yesterday, and we're starting to get into those hot summer months. So make sure you're adequately hydrated. Drink before you are thirsty. Drink as necessary while you're doing any movements, while you're outside. Think about hydrating foods like your, melons, strawberries. Just make sure your body's hydrated. So that's what I want to see about that. Okay. Also, as always, try to eat clean, try to eat nutritiously, but don't be crazy about it. Enjoy your food. So I won't say a whole lot more about that. But if you have any questions, let me know. And okay, so in your PDF, which you guys got by email, again, it outlines what we will be doing. I have given you tables for each week, and the tables are there for you to track your performance. I would love to help us all to be encouraged and accountable that as you complete your workout, is if you would post it each day when you complete it, and it'll be hashtag pull up week 1 or whatever the week is and whatever the day is, whether it's day 1, 2, or 3 of the week. So we will post it in there, and I'll be posting mine, and hopefully that'll give you a guide to post yours as well. And again, it's just a way for us to kind of stay on track, to encourage one another, and to support one another. Let's see if there's anything else I want to say about that. So each week, my intent, Lord willing, is on Wednesdays at noon, I will come and do a quick tutorial, answer any questions, broadcast live to Facebook. So if you missed the Zoom meeting, you can go back to, you can go to Facebook and take a look at that. And it'll be real quick, like no more than 20, 30 minutes, if that. Again, my intent is just to kind of keep us on track, to answer any questions, and to help us all move towards our goal. Let's see if I have any questions. I'm not looking directly at Zoom right now, guys, just because it's really a challenge to do that when I'm in this. Okay. Actually, I can see the Zoom on my, excuse me, the Facebook on my phone. So if you have any questions there, or if you have anything that you want to put in the chat, just go ahead and do that. Okay, week one. So the first movement is what is called a unilateral dumbbell bent over row. And it's pretty basic. Let me back up. All of these movements, for the most part, are designed to be done in the gym because you need gym equipment, unless you have it at home. Or, you can, how can I say, you can improvise maybe in a playground or what have you, but you will need some equipment that allow you to do so-called pulling motions. So the first one is a bent over row. And I'm gonna see if I can put this on focus. Let's see, start focus mode, see if that's, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do the focus mode, and thank you guys for bearing with me. Okay, so the first move we're gonna be doing for week one is called a bent over row. And you're going to be using a dumbbell or a heavy weight. It could be a kettlebell, but the idea is for you to really be challenged in doing the recommended set of reps. So you want to pick a weight that is going to challenge you at no more than like 5 to 6 reps. And as you get stronger, you're going to increase those reps up to a total of 8. Once you get to the point where you're doing 8 and it's fairly, it's like, I don't want to say easy, but you can move on, then you want to increase it to the next level. I'm just going to demonstrate with these weights that I have, which are 8 pounds. Okay. And in full disclosure, I've been, again, working on, my pull up for a minute now. So I actually can do more than 8, but I'm just going to demonstrate with the 8. So with the bent over row, you got something that you can use to give you stability. So you're going to be down in a bent over position. You've got your shoulders back and down. You've got your belly button nice and tucked in. And you're going to do it on both sides. You got those shoulders back and down. Think about having a so-called proud chest. And you're just going to pull. That's why it's called a pull. This is 2. You're breathing. Just like that. You're keeping those shoulder blades back and down. Like that. And then you would do the other side. So it's pretty simple, but here's the deal. I want you to favor form over trying to get to a high number of reps. If you start to feel like your shoulders are creeping up or they're creeping forward, then just do those number of reps. Maybe it's not 5, maybe it's not 8, maybe it's just 2 or 3. The point is, I don't want you to sacrifice your form for trying to get to a set number of reps. Form always, always, always trumps everything. So that's our first move. I'm going to come up here and see if I have any questions. So if you have any questions about that, go ahead and let me know. Let's see. Okay, and Jonica. Hey, Jonica, good to see you. So that's our first move. Now, the next move that we'll be doing for the first week is a elbow plank. Pretty straightforward, but again, we always want to focus on our form. So I'm going to demonstrate for you. Let me move this out of the way. So you're just going to think of your body as being like a board. Let me get my phone to make sure that y'all can see me okay. Okay, so you got your butt, not up here, but like a nice board, if you will. You got your belly button tucked in. You got your glutes, your butt tucked in. And you're going to hold that for the prescribed number of seconds. Now, if this is too difficult for you, you can also do it on your knees like this. Okay, so those are our 2 moves that we will be doing for the first week. Let me get my handy dandy ball again to sit on. Okay, so you might say, well, why are we doing a plank? The reason that we're doing a plank is because strengthening our core muscles is critical for us doing our pull-ups, which is what we're trying to get to. And frankly, guys, strengthening our core is important for everything. So you're going to see some benefits result regardless, as you're able to hold that plank position for a longer period of time. And if it gets too easy for you, I'll give you some modifications. So I'm going to pause and just see if I have any comments or questions. Ooh, and I feel like I need some water after that. So let me just get a quick drink of water. And I'm gonna check. Looks like I have a chat. Somebody made a comment, or let's see if there's a question. Okay. Okay. I appreciate you guys being here. Well, I think that's all that I wanted to cover. Again, my goal with these sessions on Wednesdays at noon will just be to preview whichever week we're in. We're in week 1 now, and remember, we've got 3 workouts that we'll be doing. Let me say something about that. If you're a more advanced exerciser and you want to move more quickly through the protocol that I've laid out, feel free to do so. The bottom line is you do what's best for your body. If you need to move more slowly through it, that's perfectly fine too. The bottom line is you're going to get benefits. You're going to get benefits as you're progressing, as you're being mindful of your water intake, just your daily movement. You will win. That's the bottom line. Okay. Well, that is all I have. I'll just wait just another few seconds or so to see if I have any comments that I need to address. I'm finally learning how to master this thing, and I can see stuff. Okay. Okay, good. Jill started yesterday. Lovely, lovely. Jill started yesterday. Well, girlfriend, you can go ahead and post what you did. Guys, if you want to take a snapshot of yourself when you complete it, or you want to do like a video diary and share maybe something that is an insight for you, or some way you've grown, or whatever you can share or contribute that helps yourself and helps others. Again, we're trying to encourage and support one another on this fitness journey. Gang, I'm excited because I'm gonna achieve my goal of getting to my full pull-up. I can kind of sort of do something, but I want to be able to really move my body weight up and down, at least do 1 rep, and then I'll progress from there. So I'm excited. I've got my line in the sand, and I'm going to see what I can do. Okay, well, that is all that I have. If I don't have any other questions, I am going to go ahead and conclude. And Jonica, you had questions about what we're doing. So hopefully you got the, let's see. Let me see if I can expand this. I've been experimenting with my nutrition. Okay. Okay. All righty. Let's see. I have another message. Okay, I don't see the PDF. I'm not, maybe Jonica said that. Jonica, what you want to do is look at the email that I sent and check your spam folder as well, because it's attached to the PDF, the guidelines that I put together that look like this are attached to the email that I sent. And depending on when you joined in, got the PDF or the email like yesterday or today. So just check that. And if you don't see it, just let me know and we'll make sure we get that. Okay, any other questions anybody has? I think we're good to go. Let's see. Okay, so Jonica's experiment with nutritional products, looking forward to firming up. Okay, cool. Well, keep us apprised. Let us know how it's going. And I will conclude. I want to thank everyone for participating. Just again, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. When you complete the workout, please do post like pull up, hashtag pull up week, in this case 1, and day, whichever day that you're doing. And just if you want to just share, what you did, just something that you discovered, some questions that you may have that'll be very helpful. Okay, I am going to sign off now, and I will see you guys as we do our pull-ups. Woo-hoo! Have a great day. Bye-bye.